Welcome to today's lesson in physics. Today we are discussing kinematic equations of motion for rotational motion. We have already studied that the analogous terms for different physical quantities in rotational motion in comparison with linear motion. Analogous to displacement, we have angular displacement. Analogous to velocity, we have angular velocity, acceleration, angular acceleration, and finally we studied analogous to mass, we have the term moment of inertia in rotation. In rotation itself, we are focusing on rotation about fixed axis. And the equations also we know, V is equal to dx by dt, omega equal to d theta by dt, acceleration A equal to dv by dt, angular acceleration alpha equal to d omega by dt. This is what we discussed. Now, in analogous to equations of motion in linear motion, we will write the equations of motion in rotation. We know the equations of motion in linear motion, they are V is equal to V0 plus AT, which is called first equation of motion or velocity time relation. And second, we have x minus x0 equal to V0t plus half AT square, which is written as x is equal to x0 plus V0t plus half AT square. And third equation we have V square equal to V0 square plus 2a into x minus x0 is actually, if x0 equal to 0, we'll have 2ax. So V square equal to V0 square plus 2ax. So these are the three equations of motion. Now, by replacing each physical quantity with analogous terms in rotational motion, for example, we can replace V with omega, A with alpha, and X with theta. By doing such replacement, we can directly write the equations of motion for rotational motion directly, or we can simply write those equations. So in that manner, we get the three equations of rotational motion as omega equal to omega 0 plus alpha t, theta equal to theta 0 plus omega 0 t plus half alpha t square, and omega square equal to omega 0 square plus 2 alpha into theta minus theta 0. With the direct analogy, we are writing these equations. So here omega is the final angular velocity, omega 0 is initial angular velocity, alpha is the angular acceleration. So first equation, it gives angular velocity of an object at an instant of time t, provided we know the initial angular velocity and angular acceleration. And second equation of motion gives, it can be written as theta minus theta 0 equal to omega 0 t plus half alpha t square, where theta is the angular position at an instant of time t, theta 0 is the initial angular position. So in short, theta minus theta 0 gives the angular displacement. The rest terms, as we said, omega 0 is initial angular velocity and alpha is the angular acceleration. And final expression also has the same explanation as we said now. So these three equations are called as the kinematic equations of motion for rotational motion. Now, using this, we will discuss a problem, example 7.14. The angular speed of a motor wheel is increased from 1200 rpm to 3120 rpm in 16 seconds. what is its angular acceleration, assuming the acceleration to be uniform. How many revolutions does the engine make during this time? Here, angular speed or angular velocity is given in the unit RPM. RPM means rotations or revolutions per minute. So it's not given in per second, it's given in per minute. So 1200 RPM and 3120 RPM. So first we need to write this omega and omega 0. So omega 0 is 1200 RPM and omega is 3120 RPM, and the time it is 16 seconds. We are asked to find angular acceleration and also how many revolutions does the engine is making. So first we need to change the unit of omega from RPM to radians or rotations per second or radians per second we say. So how will we change the unit? So first we can write nu, then 2 pi nu will give you omega. So it's given in 60 seconds, 3200, no? So in 1 minute, 1200 rotation. So 1 minute means 60 seconds. So in 1 second, how many rotations? 1200 by 60. This is the frequency. So if you get the frequency, how will you get the angular frequency? By multiplying it with 2 pi. We know omega equal to 2 pi into nu, where nu is the frequency. So omega 0, the initial angular velocity is 2 pi into 1200 by 60. So 60 we know 2. So we'll have here 40 pi radians per second. So that is omega 0, 40 pi radian per second. Similarly, we can find the final angular velocity. So it is 2 pi into 3120 by 60. So you will get it to be 104 pi radian per second. From that, we can easily calculate angular acceleration. Angular acceleration from first equation of motion, it is alpha equal to omega minus omega 0 by t, which is 4 pi radian per second square. In the next part, we have to find the total number of revolutions in 16 seconds. So to find total number of revolutions, first we will find angular displacement in 16 seconds. So after getting angular displacement in 16 seconds, we know that in one revolution, the angular displacement is 2 pi radian. In one revolution, the angular displacement is 2 pi radian. So if you find the total angular displacement for 16 seconds, just divide it with 2 pi. That will give you the total number of revolutions. That's what we are doing. So first we need to find the angular displacement. So we can use the second equation. Theta minus theta 0 is omega 0 t plus half alpha t square. So here theta 0 we take it as 0. So we have theta equal to omega 0 t plus half alpha t square. So substituting for omega 0 and alpha, we have 40 pi into 16 plus half into 4 pi into 16 square. So rearranging and simplifying, we have 1152 pi radian as theta, the angular displacement. Now to get number of revolutions, just divide this angular displacement with 2 pi, we'll get 576. So the number of revolutions in 16 seconds is 576. In the same way as we wrote the equations of motion, by the method of comparison between translational and rotational motion, we will write the expressions for important physical quantities. Up to fourth one we have already discussed, that is mass. Analogous to mass we have moment of inertia. Now in translatory motion, analogous to force, we have in rotational motion torque. We already know it. And analogous to mass we have moment of inertia, and analogous to acceleration we have angular acceleration. So analogous to the equation F is equal to ma, we have the corresponding equation in rotational motion as tau equal to I alpha. So this equation we need to by heart. Tau equal to I alpha, where I is the moment of inertia and alpha is the angular acceleration. In the same way, we know work done by a force in displacing an object through ds can be written as dw equal to fds. The same equation in rotational motion, it becomes tau d theta, because analogous to force we have torque and analogous to ds we have d theta. Now analogous to the expression half mv square for kinetic energy, we have half I omega square. This equation we have already explained while discussing moment of inertia. So analogous to mass we have I, the moment of inertia, and analogous to v we have omega. And the next expression is for power, which is F into V. So it becomes tau into omega, just replacing each physical quantity with analogous terms. Now linear momentum we know P equal to mv. So angular momentum L is equal to I omega. So this many equations we need to by heart. Based on this problems we'll be discussing tomorrow. So with this we wind up today's lesson. So once again reminding you by heart all these equations. Thank you.